reading your most personal stories and playing Minecraft.
You were trapped
We're
by a meaningless duty that was never yours.
Going back to the channel, I have a bunch more
All right.
stories that were sent in by subscribers to read today, so thank you to everybody who wrote in. I've been avoiding building in this area because I haven't had any ideas for it, but I think I finally have something that I want to build here, so today I'm going to work on that while I read these stories. Let's go ahead and read the first email. Alright, this first story is titled, College Roommate Has a Crush on Me and I Don't Know What to Do. I'm an
Wait.
18-year-old guy, and me
So, your roommate is gay. Your roommate is gay and they have a crush on you? Are we serious, bro? In college, too. Which is even crazier.
Me and my two roommates moved into our college dorms recently, and it's been about 2 weeks, and everything's been going fine. My other roommate, who's a 19-year-old guy, texted me during my art class saying that he had a question, and he said that he wanted to say it in real life. I thought nothing of it, and I went back to my dorm. I got there, and a few minutes later he shows up, and basically he mentions how we're both bisexual, and asks if anything can come from it. Now this came out of nowhere, and I was super thrown off. I obviously declined, not feeling the same way at all. I don't really want to be in a relationship at the moment anyway. It's a few hours later, and I'm still conflicted on what to do. I've told a few friends, and one said to tell my RA, resident advisor, and one said to wait a few days and see how I feel. I just don't know what to do because I don't want to live with someone who has feelings for me if I don't feel the same way about them. Also, this guy is very nice about it.
Yeah, no, I'd switch room immediately. If like I had a crush on me and I don't like them, like no one knows if they're crazy or not. They might be a little cuckoo in their brainies. So I would switch rooms immediately.
It. So that conflicts my feelings even more. But I also don't want to move all my stuff again. I think you got to do whatever makes you feel.
That should not be part of it. You're saying that, like, I just don't want to move my stuff again. So you're not worried about your safety though? Yeah, okay.
The most comfortable here. If you're not comfortable living with someone who's attracted to you or has a crush on you, then you don't have to. You can change your living situation. I think for me, it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal. As long as he understands the boundaries and how I feel, I don't really think that would be an issue for me.
See, this guy
I
gets
could
it.
continue living there and have things be amicable. But I totally understand the way you feel about it, and you're completely valid. That being said, he did ask the question in a really weird, like he just fired off that question out of nowhere. He wasn't even like, hey, I've got a crush on you. He was like, hey, so what's gonna happen between us? It's definitely odd, but you know what? I kind of respect his gusto. I don't know. I guess if I were you, I would continue living there for the time being, and if he's weird about it again, then I'd consider.
I'm switching immediately. I don't care. I'm switching immediately.
Consider moving out. But if things go back to normal and things are as they were, then, you know, no reason to leave. Anyways, thanks for writing in. Let me know how it goes and what you decide to do. Let's get on to the next story. Okay, this next story is actually an update from a subscriber whose story I read in a previous video.
I cheated on my boyfriend.
It's the second story in this video. I'll put it in the description. I wasn't sure if I should reread the entire first email. I just decided that I'm going to give you a quick summary right here. Our subscriber is 19 and female, and her boyfriend is 19 as well. She and her boyfriend were going through a bit of a rough patch, so they decided to take a break from dating while she went on a trip to Europe. While she was there, she met a guy and hooked up with him throughout the trip. Then her boyfriend called her while she was still in Europe, and they made up and decided to get back together. But then she hooked up with the other guy one last time before coming home.
What?
So in her first email, she was kind of deliberating on whether or not she should come clean to her boyfriend and tell him that she cheated on him. The first email was sent back in July.
They did it again, by the way.
This update was sent just a few days ago. Here's what she said. Hi, sorry, it took me a few months to update. I originally wasn't going to, but after I watched your video, I felt like I should. A few days after I sent that email, I decided to tell my boyfriend everything and be open with him. He said that he understood and how it hurt him, but he confessed that he had been messaging girls on social media with the same intentions, but had stopped whenever I got back. It was a long and painful night for both of us and a lot of tears. We went on another break to give ourselves some time away to think about how we want to navigate things because we both have a lot of love for each other. After 2 weeks of not seeing each other, texting, or communicating,
I hope I'm in a relationship like this. Where like we both understand where we're coming from and stuff. Cause like the other person was on a trip, I'm pretty sure. So like I totally get this. Like I want this. So then I like understand. Hey, I haven't seen you in a long time. I just need to talk to someone. I ended up cheating on you. we both had feelings for each other.
We decided that we wanted to stay together and try to move forward. And honestly, it was great.
That
We had started taking online couples therapy sessions and haven't argued since. We were looking at apartments mainly because he's still living with his parents and my roommate dorm situation wasn't great.
Oh, nah. I'm never dating a girl that's living... I'm never dating a girl that's living in her parents' house.
But also...
Imagine, like, wanting to do the deed and the, like, parents are home.
Because we genuinely wanted to be together more. About mid to late August, we went on a drive at night, which wasn't uncommon for us. He had his phone connected to the car playing music, meaning that you could see his apps and notifications on the CarPlay screen. Everything was fine until he had gotten a notification from some girl's name that I hadn't recognized. I don't mind him having female friends, but he's never mentioned this person to me before, and I didn't know who she was, so it felt pretty weird. The notification didn't show what the girl had said, just that she had sent something. So I didn't blow up or anything, I just ignored it. And he did as well. But then she started texting more and more often, to the point where he was getting multiple notifications back to back. So obviously I had to ask, like, who is this? He said it was somebody that he knew from our high school. Then he unconnected his phone and we listened to the radio after that. We didn't talk about it the rest of the night, but when we got back to his parents' house, he instantly fell asleep and was still getting notifications from her. But since it was his phone, I could actually see what she was sending through these notifications and my uneasiness was right. I don't know the exact details of anything that happened between them, but in the messages she was saying stuff like, "Am I just another one-night stand to you? We have something, why won't you respond to me?" Instead of making a scene with him, especially while his parents were there, I just left and went home. I told him we were breaking up the next morning. He had a lot of strongly worded things to say and was blowing up my phone with a mixture of just being mean or begging to have me back, but eventually he gave up and we haven't talked since. I guess what I'm conflicted with is, should I have given him another chance? I understand that it can
Nope, do not give him another chance.
Be hypocritical given that I've done the same to him, but it just felt like everything we'd talked about leading up to this was all wasted. Like, what was the point of paying for all these therapy meetings if he was just going to do it again? We both had talked about how we would never do anything like that to each other ever again, but he went and did it, and I just don't know what to think. Once again, I'm sorry for the poor writing. I'm driving again. To stop driving and emailing me. You deserve credit for coming clean after that first email and admitting what you had done wrong. I'm sorry that this is the way that it ended up. If I were in your shoes here, I would just stay broken up. For me, it would just be too hard to ever get that trust back. He was definitely pretty understanding to get back together with you initially after you cheated. Honestly, though, probably because he felt guilty and for thinking about cheating himself. But I mean, I don't think that's a reason to get back together. And when both people in a relationship have struggled to be loyal, like, not to make an obvious point here, but that's an issue. This one was just a mess, though. I'm glad that you updated. I'm glad it's over. And I hope that you guys can both move on with your lives independently and not...
Hold up. Oh, you are? Yeah.
Cheat on each other anymore. Hey, I'm editing right now, and I just wanted to interject really quickly. This next story deals with a creepy older teacher and a student. If you don't like to hear that kind of thing, I just wanted to warn you really quick. You can skip ahead to the next story. I always don't know whether or not I should read these stories that are a bit more serious, but I feel like this one is a good cautionary tale.
Wait, what did he say?
Am I the asshole for reporting this? You can skip. Creepy older teacher and a student.
Creepy older
If you don't like
teacher
to hear that kind of thing, I just wanted to
student.
warn you really quick. You can skip ahead to the next
No,
story.
we're watching this
I always
one.
don't know whether or not I should read these stories that are a bit more serious, but I feel like this one is a good cautionary tale. Am I the asshole for reporting my teacher? Please give me advice. I'm a 17-year-old girl. I'm turning 18 next year, and I'm in my senior year of high school. I go to a really small school, so it's not weird for students and teachers to talk or be close. Before summer started last year, this teacher... He's 45 and male. This teacher and I started talking at a random encounter. He's nice and started talking to me about stocks and adult life. We found out we have a lot in common and started sharing music. At the seniors' graduation, we talked more, and he gave me his number so we could play Fortnite together.
Okay, can we take a little break here? I already know what this guy's building. He's building a bridge. Okay, continue.
He's done this with many other students, so it wasn't odd and
I'm not even playing video games. Hey, but this guy, Who are you on call with? So, wait, go back, 'cause
number so we could play Fortnite together. He's
the guy's playing Fortnite with a 17-year-old girl.
done this with many other students.
When was this video made? Two months ago. Okay.
So it wasn't odd in my opinion. After that, he asked me to babysit his 13-year-old daughter. I agreed because he said he paid well. Through babysitting, we talked a lot more, with him texting me many times a week just to ask about my day, etc. Though in many ways he was treating me more like a friend than a student. He's really laid back and has no filter, so when he started bringing up the hotness of characters, I wasn't too shocked. I was a bit uncomfortable, but I let it slide. More stuff like this went on, where he was casually mentioning sex and hotness. I kept babysitting for him, and things got more uncomfortable with him asking about my love life, telling me about his, etc. At one point, he was calling me a cool chick, saying that he would love for his friends to meet me. He's a poker player, so the last thing that happened before he got reported was saying that he was going to take me out to play poker with him. I know it sounds weird, but I did want to go, but my friend reported it after I told her because the place was 1 hour away. It all happened so fast, and my teacher was genuinely a nice guy. Everybody keeps telling me that my teacher was trying to sleep with me, especially because he kept telling me to keep everything a secret. Yeah, oh god. Oh my god. But I can understand why, as a teacher, he would prefer to keep his life private from other students. He also kept telling me how much he trusted me, which I feel bad for breaking because he was very nice to me. He did many nice things for me, and I feel like such a backstabber for getting him in trouble. I never saw any direct signs that he was trying to sleep with me. Like I had said before, he's just a yapper and asks and talks about everything. In a way, I feel like he was—
See, this is weird to me. 17 high school talking to an adult, and like you're going over to his house. It'd be different if it was in college, but this is high school. So
was trying to be a mentor to me, especially with the poker thing. He's a really kind man, and I feel like an asshole for reporting and potentially ruining this kind person's life. Sure, some things were odd, but I don't feel like he had any malicious intentions at all. I don't know, am I the asshole for getting him in trouble? Never talk to this creep again. Block his ass on everything. Your friend absolutely did the right thing by reporting him. You need to stay away from this guy.
There's never like an 100%.
The story just genuinely grosses me out. I'm so sorry that this happened to you. It's not your fault for not seeing the signs that this guy's a complete creep. He was being incredibly manipulative and abusing his power. But like, I want to make sure that I get across that you need to like watch out in the future for people like this. Teachers are not paid to be your friend. They're paid to teach you. And this guy is 45. He knows that he shouldn't be hanging out with a 17-year-old. 45 is crazy. That's gross, and he needs to never go near a school again forever. I'm really glad that you and your friend decided to report him. I really hope that the administration in your school fires him and you never need to see him again. Having a good teacher is really important, and they can be a mentor for you, but that's a completely different relationship than having a friend. A mentor helps guide you in decision-making for the future, but doesn't discuss things like your sex life. Like this guy was talking about your sex life with you. That's insane.
Oh, he was
absolutely off limits for a teacher to be doing. Like, what is he doing inviting you to a poker night with his friends an hour away?
Yeah,
your friend is absolutely correct. That is a huge red flag.
Yeah, it is.
This story baffles me. Okay, I think I'm done crashing out about this story. You should absolutely not feel guilty for reporting this teacher. You and your friend did the right thing. Don't feel like you stabbed him in the back or anything like that. He's an adult, and he knows that he was crossing a boundary in his relationship with you, and he needs to be punished for that. All right, let's read another story.
Yeah.
I should maybe mention that what I'm building here today is a aqueduct, like a Roman-style aqueduct, or at least what I'm trying to build. I don't know, I saw some people building these in Minecraft and like thought that I would try my hand at it. I've just been Googling pictures of Roman aqueducts and I think they look really cool. So I'm just building one, even if it doesn't like necessarily fit in this area. Okay, how does that looks wrong. Did I build this one block off? Am I like several blocks? I built this wrong. Oh my god. I have to replace so many.
Stop.
No.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Okay, this next subscriber titled their email, I can't stop sabotaging my relationship and I'm worried. For context,
Oh,
I'm 18
jeez.
and my boyfriend is 18. This happens to be the first relationship for both of us. We've also currently been long distance for about 3/4 of our 10-month relationship. I don't want to toot my own horn, but low key, I kind of feel like we have the healthiest relationship in my entire high school. As of right now, I'm a senior, and my boyfriend just joined freshman year of college, which is why we're long distance in the first place. With this being my first relationship, it pushed me into learning a lot of things about myself that I hadn't known previously. That happens to be the fact that I have a pretty bad anxious attachment style. I know I literally just said that we're in a healthy relationship, but I think it still holds true. Like all relationships, we obviously argue and resolve it and end up moving forward while communicating. Most of these arguments end up because of me and because of my anxiousness. I generally overthink things, come to assumptions, and make up the conclusion that A, he doesn't like me anymore, B, wants nothing to do with me, or C, found someone else. Which is
Oh,
nowhere near the truth, but it just keeps popping up into my mind. Our relationship wasn't perfect by any means, especially in the beginning. He rejected me because he wasn't over a girl who he had loved for about 2 years, but was then rejected by. And I knew about this pretty well going into it. He's still amicable with her, which I don't mind. I don't want to restrict him from having his own friends. But sometimes I get jealous and then anxious. We had an argument about him spending time with her on the phone for hours when he hadn't done that with me in a while. To which he told me kind of directly that it's not wrong and that I'm anxiously attached and I need to get over it. He's right. His family's really strict, so calling is really tough. He's from a conservative family. And they already know her, so it's not that hard to explain when she calls. She was also going through something and wanted someone to talk to. I know that I'm being unreasonable, but I can't stop feeling the way that I do. I keep thinking about her, about how in the beginning of our relationship he had settled for me because I cared about him, even though I wasn't the girl that he prioritized. I only know this because I was nosy and I snooped through his texts with her and found out. This had been a long time before our relationship, but it still definitely hurt. But now, with the way that he acts and the way his best friends talk about him to me, he's genuinely changed how he feels and he's made me his number one priority. But those thoughts, man, they keep coming back, especially during the worst periods of my anxiety, even though during these moments he reassures me, tells me he loves me, and that he'll never leave. He told me that sometimes it hurts him when I say some of the
they
things that I
all
say during these
they always leave, by the way. Like, this early relationship usually does not work out.
periods of anxiety because it makes him feel like he's made me feel unsafe, even though he's supposed to be the person that I can depend on. That really made me feel bad because I never thought about it that way. And I've been analyzing myself, and I've come to realize that I have pretty bad anxiety and insecurities that stemmed from my childhood. I'm worried that the
Oh,
longer I
yeah.
keep entertaining them or not finding a way to heal them, I'll sabotage this relationship and hurt him. I love him, and I
Mm.
genuinely don't want to ruin something so sweet that has
Come up with a plan, I guess. That's all I can really say. Like, oh, try not to worry about it too much, but like you have anxiety. Like,
genuinely
I don't
helped me
know.
for the better. But I don't know where to start and how. How can I stop being jealous about that girl? How can I stop overthinking? I've got a lot of thoughts about that email, but this subscriber actually sent through an update just a day later after that initial email. So let me go ahead and read that really quick. This is sort of an
Alright, this is the
update.
last story.
We fought again last night. I told his best friend the things that I've been feeling, and he was really sweet about it, telling me that it's not my fault that I'm anxious. He told me that he'd talked to my boyfriend about our fight, and he did. My boyfriend told him that it's just become an obsession for me, and that when he goes away, I spam text him. He said it wasn't wrong, but he felt guilty that I was putting so much energy into him instead of things that would be important to me, and he didn't want me to get hurt in the end. I feel depressed. I haven't texted him since after the fight because I just feel too bad. I do ruin things, and I think I've ruined us. I'm sorry. I don't think you ruined your relationship, and I don't think you need to feel guilty for feeling anxious. You already know this, but
Hmm.
unfortunately, the more you question your partner's actions, the more you can push them away. It's just a cycle where you get more anxious about him talking to his friend, and then he talks to her more, and then you get more anxiety. Hopefully,
Yeah.
there are some anxious overthinkers in the comments that can weigh in and help out. I just think you need to talk to him and sincerely apologize for not fully trusting him, and then move forward really working on having more faith in him. I harp on this a lot, but you have to trust the person that you're with. I know
Oh,
after
yeah.
listening to some of the stories that
For
I'm
sure.
reading today, it might be hard to trust people, but If you want a successful and long-lasting relationship, you got to trust them. But
Yep.
I'm totally a self-sabotager as well. This is one of those things where you feel like you don't deserve the good things that you have. I do it all the time. It's like, oh, things are finally going my way. Time to burn it all to the ground. It sounds like you have a solid boyfriend who just happens to have a female friend.
Done that
And
so many
sometimes a
times.
good thing is just a good thing. And learning that you deserve good things is like a weirdly hard thing to accept. Frankly, that's still something I'm working on, so you and I have that in common. But thanks for writing in. Talk to your boyfriend. It's going to be okay.
Hey,
And-
W video. I'm gonna subscribe to this guy. So yeah, W video. Let's go on to the next one. Thanks for watching. Let's go on to the next video.
Aye, yo, yeah, I got sticks in green, that's celery. I was in Bristol serving ketamine. Say you got this in, that's not dead in me. Burn that bridge, you got turned to a friend of me. Big 4-4, but I was just like a pedigree. Say you on small one board and you better be. Yeah, we got more cooked beef than celery. Ops see me and they dreaded me. I can tell you about times since 4 and I ran 1 6 shot, spin out unlimited bang. 8 and counting, basically 9 shots. So we're letting